What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? We're back again with another one, and today we're checking out the warning. It's called the end. The stars always seem to fade. Live at the CDMX live show. So yeah, do go to the Warners YouTube channel, go my like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let's dive in, shall we? Let's dive in.
¡Listos!
Okay, we've got some like football chanting going on there. Ole, ole, ole. Okay.
I don't regret, wish I could forget, 'cause all the things I've done and all the things I've said don't go away, they stay with me, like a constant loop inside my mind that's always on repeat. I know it's wrong, but there's nothing to be done anymore. I won't forgive myself, 'cause pity doesn't help anymore. This is the end, so long, my friend. Stars always seem to fade. It's a little too late to, with blessing hand, I make amends. Stars always seem to fade. It's a little too late to start over again.
This I love enjoying this album, The Queen of the Murder Scene. This is the last track on the album. I think there's still some that I might have missed. But if I have, I will go back and I will check out some tracks on this album that I have missed. But this, I love the concept as a concept album. And just it's very like a narrative, like a driven album, and this song sort of carries both the literal meaning within the story and a deeper like emotional resonance. It's just phenomenal. I love their storytelling, and as well as their their performance. I love their performance when they're on stage. It just really just comes alive, especially when the music starts. They're so talented, very well talented. I love it.
They'll never know, 'cause I'll never say anything about the memories that live inside my head. They stay with me, they don't go away. They haunt me every night while I'm lying in my bed. This is the end, so long, my friend. Stars always seem to fade. It's a little too late to, with bloodstained hands, I make amends. Stars always seem to fade. It's a little too late to start over again. Ah, ah, ah. There's nowhere to run. Ah, what if I don't?
Yeah, I was gonna say that this is a very like haunting, like the final track, isn't it? Like like within there's a concept album. This I feel that this song sort of represents like the final psychological break and the end of the protagonist. it's crazy just how you like how not obsession just turns into murder. It just it's just crazy. It's just how he's so obsessed and how like psychologically screwed up to the point where you just get to the point where you just got to commit murder because you can't take it any longer. Oh, it's just crazy, crazy. But it's such a the concept and the lyricism and the performance and the vocals. It's absolutely it's all there. It's got everything. It's got everything that I love. This is why I love reacting to the warning.
What if I This is the end, so let my friend. Stars always seem to fade, it's a little too late to with us the end. I make amends. Stars always seem to fade, it's a little too late to start again. Start again. Start again.
Oh, I just love like this, with this like the storyline and how this album sort of follows the woman's descent into the psychosis, obsession, eventually leads to murder. By the final track, she's because she's the protagonist has committed her crimes. Now she's sort of left with the crushing weight of what she's done. So she's now like left with the consequences of of her actions. And now she's got to deal with that the realization, but and because it was all like just like like she was living out a fantasy, and that fantasy became like an obsession. And she became obsessed, and she just become well basically just crazy, and like and it leads to murder, and then but when it's all said and done, she's got to face the consequences of her actions. Um, but just incredible, incredible. Um, it's just some songwriting, just how they just place everything in the story and leads up to this point. It's unbelievable.
Muchas gracias.
Okay. Whoa. Yeah, but that was that was the warning. That was the final track on the album, Queen of the Murder Scene. And yeah, now the protagonist has to deal with the consequences of her actions. Especially like the lyrics with like the bloodstained hands. I'll make amends. But it's a bit too late because it's too late to start over again. Suggesting like a moment of clarity where the character realized that there is no coming back from her actions, which is very true to life. You got to be careful with the decisions you make because it only takes one wrong decision, that can just really destroy your entire life or somebody else's at the same time. It's just like she's facing a final literal death or the incomplete death of her former self. So she's not so the protagonist is not the same person she was when from the beginning. She's a completely different person, and yeah, And she's got to face the consequences of her actions. And you know, and that's a great message. You know, that's a great message, and because that's very true to life, isn't it? You know, if you do things wrong, you do something wrong, you know you screw up, you know you have to face those consequences. You know, you have to take accountability for your own actions. You know, and that's the truth is. So it's a very interesting, you know, very interesting, a very truthful message within the whole story, and especially with this final track as well. Just deal with the consequences of your actions. I think that was really cool. I think I really enjoyed that. I really did. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. A link to the video will be in the description box below. Do go to the Warnings YouTube channel, go like, share, subscribe, and all that yada yada yada. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now. Cheers, peace.